You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Welcome back to the charts. After a great set, joining us now in Studio B is Switch Mob. You guys did an awesome job.
Thank you.
Not only are you awesome, your name is awesome. Where did it come from?
It actually started out as a joke because at first it was me and Chris, and we were just kind of like a duo. We needed a band, and we'd keep switching people in and out, and then like change what we were gonna do like last minute. So I was like, dude, it could either be the Switch Mob or the Switch Collective. Which one do you want? And he was like, Switch Mob. And then it became a whole thing. And then Sara came in, and then we got all these different people, and then it was there.
No, that's really dope. That's really, really dope. And you guys all come from like super different backgrounds, pop, rock, jazz. Like, how did you come together to find your sound?
I mean, I think that was kind of our advantage, and like, obviously it could seem kind of confusing or difficult if you have all these genres coming together, but I think we were able to find a way to, you know, mold them together and make our own sound.
Yeah, it's cool because like personally I love R&B music. That's all I've been singing. Tima is like the mastermind of all. You can ask her any R&B song in the 90s, 80s, 70s, everything. She'll know it. Sara has an amazing background in like opera singing and like classical singing.
No, I mean, I definitely.
I got that wrong.
Close.
Tell me.
No, I definitely R&B singing. I grew up singing pop R&B, but I feel like we all had a great idea of every genre, like you said, rock, jazz. We learned jazz a lot from coming to school here.
Our guitar player plays rock music. Rock, so. Our bass player plays like jazz music. So we're all just a mix of everything.
I could really feel it all though. Like when you guys play, like you feel it all. So that's like amazing. Can you share a bit about the like writing and arranging?
So we do work collectively. Like we always put in our ideas together, and when it comes down to the arrangements and like what sounds like what and what should we put it in where, arranging, like Tima does that, but like we all really just pitch our ideas and it just comes together like that.
How do you decide the instrumentation, like who sings what? How do you decide that?
A lot of it, the best stuff comes from improv, you know what I mean? And being like, oh, like things that happened on accident, you know what I mean? Like we should put that in there, you know what I mean? And I think that the piano covers like bass and like upper end and rhythm and all these different aspects, so that like I guess that enables me to be able to talk to different musicians. So like, and I don't sing, but I love singers, so like they work really well together, so I always knew where, like, you know, Sara sound best and Chris sound best, and they know themselves well. So like everybody knows their role and knows how to play it really well.
Yeah, you guys sing really, really good. I know Switch Mob has rotating members. How does that work out?
Oh man,
how does it work out?
Sometimes it doesn't, and it comes down to like, you know, just figuring out what we can do last minute and really just coming together, and that builds our bonds because we're really like, okay, what are we gonna do to fix this issue? And you have to put your whole energy into it, and we all do that really well, I feel.
Okay. And what was it like having to self-manage, and how has that changed?
It was, it's definitely more difficult to self-manage yourself when you're in the band because you're focusing on performing, on arranging, on writing, and getting your music together, and then having to worry about, you know, social media and booking shows and everything. It definitely is hard when you're the only one and you're the band at the same time. So having a manager now that we have someone helping us definitely really, really helps.
Yeah, you can now focus more on the music and stuff,
But I'd like to say that anybody who doesn't have a manager and doesn't have a big budget, like go for your dream, you know, and really like if you have a plan and you have a goal, just execute it, even if it's not to the biggest scale. Like look at Chance the Rapper, you know, starting off on SoundCloud, and it's just like anything is possible if you really put your everything into it. Just do it.
Mind you, we got a manager when we were ready, you know what I mean? Like we didn't get, if we got one when we first started, it wouldn't work, you know what I mean? Because we didn't have enough material, we didn't know ourselves yet. Like you get a manager when it becomes overwhelming, not when like just to say I have a manager.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right. Yeah. Talk about when there's a will, there's a way. I know that's right. You guys are great. So, as of now, your music isn't available for purchase. How do you book gigs without having an account of like popular music?
That's a good question. I think
we put stuff on YouTube a lot. and we do post on social media a lot and everything. And I think because when we book shows and then other people hear from us, like just when you start booking, like it kind of just all comes together.
It really comes down to like, you know, making sure you have content that venues can see. So like when we started small and played little venues, like we would make sure to get a good recording of what we did, and you know, we started to experiment more with angles, and we started to make it more of an experience even on the computer screen. So just making sure that if you don't have the access to recording, like try to do something with the live performance, make it fun in that way.
Yeah, because I think our strongest thing that's gotten us where we are is word of mouth. You know what I mean? People being like, oh, we've gotten calls from people we didn't know that's like, oh, my cousin's cousin heard your band, can you come do it? You know what I mean? And the more you perform, you get out there. It's hard to do that when you just have like regular music out there. They don't know how you sound like live or anything like that.
Right. I can see how the word of mouth can travel with y'all, because if I see you, I will book you. Like, you guys are good. How have you built the following that you have being such a new band?
That's crazy.
We've been very blessed to just be around a lot of different people who've like kind of influenced us. Like the professors in our school, they're so knowledgeable and have so much like experience under their belt to just kind of guide us in the right direction. Like, hey, you're doing this, but how about trying this? You know, and just that kind of guidance and leadership. Like, it's not just us, it's everybody around us.
Collective.
You know,
Everybody that's around us definitely helps us and influences us.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would have to say everybody in the band is like one of like the hardest working people I know. It's never like, oh, I'm too tired, I want to do the show. It's like, we had a period of time, we had like a show, like one show every day of the week, you know what I mean? And not one time was someone like, oh, I don't want to do it, you know what I mean? You have to, even if it was a small audience, like they do it anyway, you know what I mean?
Every show counts.
Yeah.
I know that's right. How do you say switch ma backwards?
Bomb. Scoot up, pop.
Right?
The thing goes scoot up. Yeah.
Wow,
That's a good question.
Yeah, for real. That was a hard one, right? Do you have any new music coming out, and what should we look for?
Yes, we do, guys. We have a single coming out really soon. It's called Connect the Dots, and it's coming
Soon.
But I want to say soon. We don't want to promise anything, but we are excited to finally have recorded music for you guys. So it's going to be great.
And you could follow us on social media with Instagram, YouTube, Twitter.
At Switch Mob.
At Switch Mob NJ. I was trying to think of other places that you could
Black
follow
people
us at.
We're on that too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Tinder.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, at Switch Mob NJ.
Yeah. You guys are everywhere for real. I have one last question before we go. How has the pop program helped you?
A lot.
It connected us.
One by one. You go first.
I'll go first, okay. It connected us. Like, we got to experience each other and meet each other. I didn't have any knowledge, any musical knowledge besides just singing what I liked. So now I kind of have like that background of like, oh, this is what a chord is. This is what a piano is, because I didn't know what a piano was. Like when I touched it, I didn't have an idea what to do with it. So it's just the whole background.
Right.
Yeah, it definitely gave a lot of insight on, like, because you have to take music theory, ear training, and just understanding, you know, not just why you like music, but not just you like music, like why you like music, and how to get, I don't know what I'm saying.
Like express.
I
like,
really, I don't really know what I'm saying, but yeah, and it definitely connected us, and it gave us opportunities to perform and perform with different people. That's how we met each other. Right. So yeah.
Oh, you guys met each other.
It's so precious. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Like, it's
That's so
crazy.
cute.
No.
I love it.
No. For the pop program, for me personally, it taught me a lot. I'm a management minor, so it taught me a lot about business. You know, like me and Emily are taking a law class, and like a lot of the times when we go into venues, you're like, okay, they're young. Like we're gonna like, and then we're like, no. Professor Gunther said no. You know what I mean? And also it taught us, being just in that environment full of talented people, it sets your standards really high. So you can't come to like a performance like, you know, like doing whatever, you know what I mean? You have to like, and it, we push each other.
Everyone.
Yeah, everybody pushes each other up. So
yeah, and everyone is so supportive and loving. It's like, it honestly is one big family.
No, for real.
It's really nice.
I can tell you guys are very close, and I definitely loved having you guys here. And
I'm sorry, I wanted to ask you something. We spoke earlier, if you don't mind, you know, you interviewed us, I want to ask you a question. Yeah, so we spoke a little earlier about like what you're passionate about. and you mentioned that you want to like be a host and stuff. What drives you every day when you like do that? Like chasing that goal?
Doing this right here drives me. Like just learning about you guys' experience and being the tool to help other people see that. I'd love to do that because I'm learning, other people are learning, so it works, you know. I love to talk to people. I do this on a regular. Okay, so you know, why not make an occupation out of it? So I love talking. Thank you so much, and I really loved having you guys here. And with that, that will wrap it up for today. Another edition of The Charge. Join us next time when we bring you yet another up-and-coming band from William Patterson University's pop music program. See you next time.